Hello, and welcome to this week's episode of the In My Era podcast. Do you know what I have to say, you guys? No, you don't, but I'm about to tell you. Guys, it's my birthday, and basically what that means for you is that I am 23, and I know what I'm talking about. Do I know what I'm talking about with life in general? With things the other 364 days of the year? No. No, I don't. I try my best generally, but I do not claim to know everything, except on my birthday. All right? There are a few things that I think you get a pass for when it's your birthday. You know, like if you want to be kind of a bitch, I think you get a little bit of a pass. If you want to, I don't know, not work out, skip some of your routine. If it's your birthday, I'm not saying it's a free-for-all. Morals still exist. But I think it's one of those days where it truly is just whatever you want to make of it. My whole life I've always been a huge birthday person. I care so much about my birthday. And I care so much about my friends and family making me feel special on my birthday. Okay? Like, I'm just going to come out here and say it. Generally, I try to play it pretty cool. I'll be like, yeah, like my birthday's coming up, like no big deal, like nothing big, whatever. But like in my head, I'm like, oh my God, my birthday's coming up. What the fuck? I'm so excited. And like when my friends do nice things for me or my family does nice things for me on my birthday, I feel like I get emotional and I'm just so grateful and it's the best thing ever. I'm trying to think. Luckily for me, I feel like all of my birthdays have generally been pretty good, okay? Thank God. I'm so grateful that my birthdays have always worked out for me, all right? As I'm recording this, I'm still 22, so I don't really know how my 23rd birthday is going to go. To be completely honest with you, this is the first birthday that I've had that I'm feeling different about. Like, I'm still excited. I'm still hopeful that I feel special and fun and like I'm the main character because honestly, I just like feeling like the main character sometimes. Like, let's just be so straight up, like obviously. But I feel a little bit less excited. Like maybe people care a little bit less this year because it's like 23. It's really nothing exciting. Like, you know, we're kind of growing up. Our lives are getting busy. I'm not really top of mind to everyone anymore. Not that I ever really was, but I feel like when you're in college, it's so much easier to just go like balls to the walls for your friends because you have nothing else going on. But then when you step into the adult world, I have realized that things just get really busy. And it's not because people don't care about you, it's just because we're getting older and like sometimes that's just the way that it has to be, okay? And I'm not gonna go down that rabbit hole any further than I've already gone down it for the last couple of minutes because you know what, you guys, it's my birthday. That means that I'm going to share some things that I think are completely correct today, okay? Nothing that I say can be wrong because it is my birthday. And so these are things that I've learned or realized, or these are just opinions that I have that are correct for the day, okay? So it's my job to talk, it's your job to listen. So lock in, okay? I know what I'm talking about. The first thing that I want to talk about is that people only seem to support authentic people if the person who is being authentic is equally as insecure as the people judging them. I don't know if that makes sense, so let me explain to you. This is something that I thought about when a lot of my friends met this famous TikToker recently. And when they met this girl, my friends went up to her and they were like, oh my God, like, you're on my For You page, like, so good to meet you. And she, like, scoffed at them and was like, huh, and then walked away and was, like, really rude. And what I thought was interesting was that, like, this girl is actually, like, kind of rude in her videos. So it's, like, she is authentic. Like, she is herself online. She was herself in person. You can't really hate on her for this girl for being, authentic. But then I was thinking about, like, when kind people or, like, really pretty people get hated on online, even though they're just being themselves. And I think that it's because people love to support people who reaffirm their current feeling state and their current beliefs or things that they align with. So if somebody is insecure and they like this influencer who has the same insecurity, or the person watching is kind of, let's be real, kind of a bitch, they're gonna like the type of influencer that's kind of a bitch, you know what I mean? Because that feels authentic to them. Whereas if you have a really, really kind, genuine, I don't know, church person on their For You page, that's maybe authentic to you, but then the viewer sees it and they don't believe in, I don't know, Christianity or being kind, and they're going to be like, fuck this person, I don't like that, blah, blah, blah. Anyways, that's just a thought that I've had, and that leads me to the second thing that I want to talk about, and it is, I am cringy, and if you're not cringy, you're boring. Let me just start off by saying that there is absolutely nothing wrong with being boring, okay? Because my whole life, I thought that life was always supposed to be like exciting and fun and silly and blah. And I feel like this last year was kind of the first year that, for the most part, after the whole dog debacle and New Year's stepped into 2025, life got kind of boring. And not in a bad way, just in the way where it was like chill and a little bit more mature and settled and regulated, which is phenomenal. But that's not really what I'm talking about right now. What I'm talking about is being cringy. Okay? Sometimes I feel cringy, or people will tell me that I'm cringy, like actually meaning it. You know what I mean? And, that's fine. Sometimes I think I do get wrapped up in the perception that other people have of me, and I feel like it makes me want to stay in this little box. But then every time that I do something that's like, I don't know, cringy, I guess, or something that like feels right for me, I don't know, it's so much more fun, and it feels way more honest to myself, and like I'm truly loving myself because I'm allowing myself to be myself, instead of trying to dim it because I feel like it's not accepted. So I'm not saying to be cringy, and I'm not saying to do things that you don't align with just to not be boring. I'm saying that I want you to be yourself, even if that seems cringy or weird or out there, or even if it just doesn't make sense to me or anyone else. Like, I might not understand, but if you know that you're living your authentic life, then I think that's really beautiful, and you're not boring if you're living your authentic life. I think that that's perfect. Anyways, my birthday, I'm not wrong today. All right? This next one that I wrote down is a little silly goofy. I don't know. Coffee and quality filtered water should be free. Okay? I'm sorry. You want me to pay for coffee and water that doesn't taste like copper and lead and chlorine? It should be free. I need water to live. And I need coffee to feel like myself. Not need, sorry. That was like a crazy statement. But the water, okay, at least in San Diego, is disgusting. And even when I lived at home in Boise, I still wouldn't drink the tap water, to be honest, because it was gross. But what? Wait, also, that's not free either, because we're also paying for that. So it's like, I don't know. I just think water and coffee should be free, and I'm not going to try and rationalize it because I actually cannot. The only way that I can logically explain that is just by saying that I am right because it's my birthday. Okay, cool. On to the next. No one is a morning person. No one is a night person. You just are who you say you are, who you believe that you are, okay? I am not a fucking morning person. I think maybe sometimes I say that I am, whatever. I'm not a morning person or a night person. I am just a person, okay? And I think sometimes people have the perception of me that I am a morning person. They're like, oh, Haley, like, it's just easy for you to wake up early, or like, you're just a morning person, blah, blah, blah. One thing that I've realized over the last 2 years is that, no, I am not a morning person. Like, I do not want to wake up at 5 in the morning. I don't want to wake up at 6 in the morning. I want to sleep in probably until 8 or 9, which feels kind of late. But it's like, I want to sleep in until the sun comes up. But I force myself to wake up early so that I can get things done. Like, I can go work out. I can go have alone time. I can go teach a workout class. That's working. I am clocking in before some of you guys are even out of your REM sleep. You know what I mean? And it's not because I like it or I'm a morning person. It's because sometimes I think you are who you say you are going to be. And so if you want to be that person that wakes up early, you can be. It's not like, oh, that's easy for Jessica because she was just born that way. She was just built to be a morning person. No one was built necessarily to be any type of way. It's like you get to decide who you're going to be. And sometimes all that requires is rewiring your subconscious mind, okay? Which, whatever, sounds easy, but whatever. All right. This one is kind of whatever. You aren't insecure. You are identifying with insecurities that other people have told you that you should have, okay? This is my opinion, which for today is 100% correct. Let me reiterate that you at a soul level are perfect. That does not mean that you are a perfect person. That doesn't mean that you're not going to make mistakes and hurt other people and fuck up, blah, blah, blah. But it's like you are perfect with all of your imperfections in the sense that you deserve the world no matter what. You deserve to feel confident and whole and complete and abundant always. Even when you're a bitch, even when you lie, even when you fuck up, like you as you are with your imperfections are perfect, okay? And I think about like when you're born as a baby, right? You learn to walk, you learn to talk. Next thing you know, you're fucking 3 years old. Are you insecure at 3? No, you're not. You're not. You might be shy because, you know, you've just been around your parents your whole life, basically, but you're not insecure. It's like insecurities are things that we develop through socialization, which I actually think is very important and a necessary part of, you know, just becoming a functioning member of the world. But it doesn't mean that we have to stay insecure forever. I think a lot about like my mom and like my dad and like the insecurities that they spoke about themselves throughout my life, or that they've put onto me by telling me that I am like, we're just gonna throw some out, like, you know, like, Haley, you know, you weren't made to be a runner. Like you're stocky. You're like a tumbler. Or like, Haley, you're not meant to be a singer. You're a writer. It's like, you know what? Like, I'm not going to be insecure about the things that I didn't actually choose for myself. It's like, I am going to learn to understand that who I am is enough, even when I don't feel beautiful or smart or funny or whatever it may be. It's like at a soul level, you're perfect. You're not insecure. You are whole and complete exactly as you are all of the time. Okay, this next one is not a hot take. People pleasers are more mean than bullies. I'm not going to explain that one, actually. We're just going to leave it there because I'm right and you're wrong today, okay? Ooh, I like this next one. Saltine crackers and Tillamook cheddar cheese is the best comfort food combination known to mankind. Okay? You're right. Nope, you're wrong. I'm right. Saltine crackers, Tillamook cheddar cheese. Also, guys, sharp cheddar cheese, fucking phenomenal. My dad, it was always a joke growing up that in college he lived off of saltine crackers and cheddar cheese and raspberries. And it's so funny because I feel like I could live that way. And I kind of do. But like, that is ideal for me. I could eat cheese and crackers and fruit every meal of the day for a really long time. I would test it out, but I'm not trying to like, I don't know, ruin that for me. So whatever. It's my opinion. The next thing. Old people are not scary. I don't know why. I feel like up until the last few years, I have been horrified of old people. And I do not feel good saying that, to be honest with you. But I don't know, I've always been afraid of them. I remember when I was a toddler and I met like one of my great grandpas, I was scared of him. And I don't know, maybe it's because like they've just lived so much life that I always feel like they're judging me, or like they're just kind of, they feel separate, like, from me. Like, I'm like, wow, they're so different from me. But the older I get, 23, the more that I realize that I'm like, damn, like, we're the same. Like, I have had some super fun conversations with some old people this last year, especially, where I'm realizing, like, holy cow, like, we are on the same wavelength right now. Like, you are following, I am following, like, I am loving you. And what I love about old people is that because they are old, they have experienced so much. And so they have so much wisdom and stories. They just have so much to offer. And what's funny about that is I feel like they are usually the most quiet. It's like the people who know the most are quiet. And then the people who, know the least are the loudest, which, I could make a few political statements right about now, but we're going to leave it there. Okay? Next, your BO is not attracting your soulmate. Go take a shower. All right? I know some people, mostly men. They are both men. All of them are men, who are like, oh my God, like, I don't really wear deodorant because, like, my musk is going to attract my soulmate. Like, okay. But guess what? You could probably also still find a soulmate if you smelled good and you're not going to be disgusting everyone around you. So just go put on deodorant and take a shower, okay? Okay. If your best friend will not tell you when you're being stupid, then you have the wrong best friend, okay? I used to have a really hard time taking feedback, especially from people that I loved or liked. And so I feel like I surrounded myself with all of these friends who, like, would never call me out on my bullshit because I just literally couldn't take it. Like, I couldn't. So I would, like, surround myself with people who were just like, no, like, you're good as you are. But now at 23, you guys, no big deal. I have some friends who are the best because they tell me when I'm being stupid, or they'll call me out and be like, what are you doing? Or they'll just be like, yeah, I don't know. They'll just, like, snap me into reality, and it's the best because now it's like I have learned to be able to take criticism, to also, like, understand that these people sometimes are telling me when I'm being stupid. It's for my best good. Like, they're not telling me that I'm being stupid to hurt me. They're telling me that I'm being stupid to protect me, which is something that I love, okay? The next thing, I believe that VSCO is a top-tier social media platform, okay? And I honestly haven't really thought about VSCO much in the last couple of years. I thought about it this week when I got locked out of my fucking account. So upsetting. And it just made me realize how much I miss VSCO. Because on VSCO, it's like, you can post whatever you want, whenever you want, and it's not a weird thing, first of all. Second of all, not a lot of people are seeing it. So it's really just like a little photo mood board for yourself. It's like Pinterest, but better because there's, like, way less ads. Quick little intermission to just complain about the Pinterest ads. Pinterest, what the fuck? Like, I'm trying to go on Pinterest to create the most beautiful mood board known to mankind. I am not trying to go on Pinterest to see ads for my place of work or for toothbrushes or butt plugs. I swear to God, you guys, I got one for a butt plug. It said that it wasn't a butt plug, but I know for a fact that it was. Anyways, back to our scheduled programming. Journaling should be mandatory for every human. Journaling has completely transformed my life. I've talked about that a million times. I'll probably talk about it a million more times. Journaling is so phenomenal. It's so good for your mental health. It's great for self-reflection. It's great for just calming yourself down. It's great. It's literally just perfect. Like, I do not think that journaling does more harm than good. If anything, journaling is only good, okay? So journaling should be mandatory, I believe. This is also something that I believe next. If your whole sense of humor is making fun of other people, you are not funny. You are just insecure. On that note, if you are a comedian, you're planning out your jokes, you're not funny. You're just a good writer. You're just witty, okay? But it's like funny people, it's like off the dome. It's off the rip. That's how you know you're funny. And you cannot be making jokes to degrade other people. If you're degrading other people, every single joke, like, bro, you gotta go look in the mirror. Look within yourself and be like, okay, what's hurting inside me that I feel the need to make fun of everyone else for? You know, I feel like I've dated so many guys who are like the type of guys to be like, oh my God, you're so stupid. Ha ha ha. That's not funny. I'm sorry. At the age of 23, I'm like, no, you're not funny, Samuel. You're just a fucking prick. Because guess what? My husband would not speak to me that way. He wouldn't degrade me. He would be actually funny. He would have good jokes. He wouldn't need to bring me down or other people down or like whatever. You get the point. The next thing is grilled cheese should never have anything else in it besides cheese. I've seen a lot of grilled cheeses that have onions in them, which is fine. I think that it's cool to elevate foods, but the grilled cheese is a food that I believe should not be elevated. It should just be enough as it is, okay? And yes, this is a part of my bland food obsession. I love bland foods. I love them. I also love flavorful foods, but I have like this safe space in my heart for comfort foods. All right. Oh, this next one. We should get paid to think positive thoughts and do kind things for other people instead of just doing stuff for ourselves, right? I feel like a lot of times in careers, you are rewarded the most when you're looking out for yourself, which generally means that you're being kind of snaky to everyone else or the company that you're working for. And I understand that. I do. But because I am right today for my birthday and everyone else is wrong, I think that in my dream world, we are all just getting paid to think nice things about people and to do nice things for other people. Think about how fucking happy the world would be. Seriously. Okay? Oh my God. This next one. It's okay if you don't brush your teeth 2 times a day. You just need to do your best. And I am not wrong about that. Okay? We're on to the next. LinkedIn is the worst form of social media. I really strongly dislike LinkedIn. I don't think anyone should have to use it. I don't think that anyone should be using it. In my dream world, simultaneously, LinkedIn would disappear and we would never even think twice about it. It would just be gone forever. Okay. If you get blocked, you should never ask someone why they blocked you, okay? This is something that I just, it pains me, all right? If they wanted to explain to you, they wouldn't have blocked you, but they blocked you. So that is enough said. You don't need to know why they blocked you. It's okay. No matter how good of a person you are, there is going to be somebody who is not going to like you. And that being said, even if you are a good person, people might still perceive you in a way that maybe isn't how you see yourself, but that's their perception of you. That's none of your business. It's their life. They get to choose. So just stop asking people why you were blocked. Just accept it and move on, okay? If you think that someone is really cool for doing something, it probably means that you want to do it too, but you're not confident enough to try it yourself. All right? I'm thinking about, let's say you love surfers. You're like, oh my God, bro, you're so sick. It's probably because you want to be a surfer. Or if you meet someone who's really good at ballet and you are just obsessed with the fact that this person is great at ballet. You're like, wow, that's amazing. That's phenomenal. I think that it's because deep down you wished that you were good at ballet, but it's you don't think that you could ever be that good, and so you don't try, and so instead you just really admire this person for doing it, because on a baseline level, I feel like you can admire everyone for all of the unique niche things that they're good at, but if you notice that there's one thing in particular that you're like, oh my God, but people who do this are so cool. I think that means that you are meant to do it. And I'm not wrong today, okay? Okay, this next fact that I have for the day. The goldfish at the store are not real. All right, I remember when I was little, I got so many goldfish from the store, okay? Every single time they would die. If not within the day, then they would die within like a month. And I'm like, there's just no way that this is a real living thing. Like, this is a social experiment or something. Like, this is not real, okay? Like, that is not existing. I'm sorry. Also, the neon ones, I don't even want to have to think about how they glow. I literally don't even want to think about it, okay? All right. The hottest thing about you is your mind. So do not waste it on ugly things. All right? Your mind is absolutely beautiful, powerful, mesmerizing. All right? Why would you waste your mind thinking negative things about yourself, other people, life? You get it, right? Like, make your mind a beautiful place and you will radiate that beauty. I honestly need to take that one. I need to take my own advice there. The last thing that I have, the 22nd fact that I have for this episode. We've made it to the end, you guys. Whew, deep breath out. I'm losing my breath. No one's bed is more comfortable than mine. I love my bed so much. So much. I don't know where my stepmom got my sheets from, my little duvet set. It's so soft. It is like a literal cloud, all right? My mattress, I picked up from like a random friend that I had when they moved. But for some reason, it's so comfortable. Like, I love my bed more than anyone else's bed I have ever been in. Maybe my dad's bed is more comfortable. Nope, because he has like a really scratchy blanket. My bed is the most comfortable bed in the world, okay? Okay, I guess actually there's a bonus thing that I wrote here. If we do not talk at all throughout the year, like we don't catch up for any reason ever randomly throughout the whole year, do not wish me a happy birthday. I will probably not be wishing you a happy birthday. I do not expect you to wish me a happy birthday. It just feels fake, you know? And like, I don't want to have to be like wasting my energy responding back to you being like, thank you so much, I hope you're doing well, when I both know that like we both care about each other, but we're just so busy that it doesn't matter, right? Like, you save your energy, I'll save mine. Yeah. I don't know. Thanks for listening to all of the things that I believe I'm right about. I appreciate it. I'm excited to give a little birthday debrief whenever I come on here next. I can't lie, I feel a little nervous for it. A little bit. I just hope that it's, I don't know. I hope I feel special, but at the same time I'm like, I don't know why that feels important to me. I don't know. Okay. I'm going to go ponder that thought. I'm going to leave this here. But if you're listening, just know that I love you. I seriously am grateful that you would listen to anything that I have to say. I hope you have a great day, and I will be back next week. Bye.